Hello and welcome to another update video about the S&P 500. So we are coming down here further. We talked in the last video about the possibility that the wave 2 here in yellow had ended here already. This was the yellow area for this scenario, that the wave 2 ended here, but it was already made only as the alternative scenario in the last video due to the drop here. We talked about it is more likely to get a bit lower in the wave 2. And this is really the last possibility we have to maintain the overall bullish scenario. So think so far, it's all worked very, very nicely here with the S&P analysis. It just, in my opinion, shows the value of the Elliott waves. Anybody who's been following me for a while will know that this here was a main reversal area. We then moved all the way up, hit the target here, reversed. We then talked about this upcoming dip, that it would either be a shallow wave 4 or a wave 2 retracement. It has become a wave 2 retracement. Told you back then in the video, be careful, we need to wait for a buy signal first to know if it is a wave 4 or a wave 2. Now, we never had that really, and but I did explain that in previous videos. And we are now coming down further here in this wave 2. And this is really the last exit we have for this wave 2. So that's one reason why I really like the Elliott waves so much, because they show us possibilities. The Elliott wave analysis prepared us for the current dip. It prepared us for the possibilities of profit taking here, and now for the strength of this dip. Why is that? Well, I just want to play a quick snippet, a short snippet of my video basically from a month ago. Of the wave 3. So it could just be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would be the ideal scenario. However, if we go lower than the 50% FIB level, it will be a wave 2. And that could be quite a bit of a drop, and it could also have quite a disastrous effect on the crypto market. And if the Nasdaq is coming down further as well. However, that's not a problem. We have to just observe now the chart, and only when we see a bullish signal in this target range, it might be worth going long again. Because these are the reversal areas. But without seeing or without getting evidence that the wave 4 is over, we continue to focus on down. This is always very important. So that's very clear, because I had a couple of messages in the last few days saying, well, you never expected a dip. Well, we did expect a dip. This here was a reversal area. And as I said very clearly in the video, we are now focusing on down until we see a signal. There was never a signal. In no video I ever confirmed that we are starting to go up again. All these movements to the upside, as you can see, were labeled as a wave B, even here. And here I told you, if we get above 4,200, then we can switch more bullish again. Now, that never happened, okay? So the Elliott waves are very helpful in understanding that. But please always, when you watch these videos, listen to everything I say, because basically all the words are important. I would never state certainties. There is no certainty. And I try to label and show you possibilities. And if the most likely assumption was here 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a 5 up, this doesn't mean the 4 needs to happen. We can only assume it was a 4 when we see a first signal to move into the direction of the wave 5. Now, that never happened, and therefore the words, we have to focus on lower until we see a signal. Okay, so it became a long ABC in my opinion. That is the last chance that the bulls really have. And it has to stop in this area. It should not drop below the $3,710 level. Why is that? Because we can count this as this entire move actually, either as a 1, 2, 1, 2, or we can count it as an entire wave 1 and the wave 2 here. And if that's the case, if we did it like that, we can allow it to come down to the 88.7% FIB level, but that is really the absolute last exit that the bulls here need to take in order to protect the bullish scenario. I already have my doubts, because the wave C normally should have a certain length. The wave B wasn't really long enough to allow us to have a wave C length that is likely. Let me show you. Normally when you say, okay, we had here the wave A, we then moved up in the wave B, yes, The only possibility really would be the 1-to-1 ratio. That is a likely target, but the more usual target is actually the 1.618 extension, and that actually would take us into the region of $3,460. So it's just something we need to be aware of, that there is no guarantee that this wave 2 will stop here. As I said, we need a signal to the upside. We need a signal, we need an impulse to the upside and a correction down to be more certain that this wave 2 is over and that we are moving up in a wave 3. Yeah, so just to show you that in more detail, it would mean that we have to move up in a 1 and a 2. And as soon as we see that first 5-wave move and the second wave down, yeah, and then maybe another long signal here, small long signal, that is a good signal that this wave 2 is over, that we are already in the wave 3. That should take us above the high of the wave 1, very important, yeah. But the depth of that decline and the strength and the impulsiveness at the moment, yeah, they need us. They need us to watch very closely. So either way, I don't think this move down is finished. I think we're gonna head down a little bit more. First of all, because in a bullish scenario, the wave C isn't really long enough yet. And in the bearish scenario anyway, we would be expecting, that would be the alternative scenario, to get into this region here between $3,350 and $3,590 or $3,600, and then to have alternatively the overall correction finished here instead of here. Okay, so far this is playing out. Just remember my words. We're focusing on lower as long, because you always go with the trend, right? We're focusing on lower as long as we don't have an impulse to the upside. Yeah, so very, very important. And other than that, the bulls would next need to take out the previous wave B high. So that would be a good signal that we're going higher. First of all, obviously here 1-2, but then to really rule out any more bearishness, we have to take the 4,200. Where's my phone? I just take that to the side. The $4,200 level, the break above the previous wave B is always a very good and actually a bullish signal, so that would be required, and then we can move higher. Just for fun, maybe we can calculate here a target for the wave 3, which would be, in case the bullish scenario does work out, which at the moment is still my primary expectation but in no way guaranteed. We would look at the wave 1 up and here the wave 2 down, and let's say we max out the wave 2 area down there, then we'd be looking at $4,830 for the wave 3. But to do that, there's a lot of work to be done. Okay, and that's my update about the S&P 500. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then also check out my main channel, More Crypto Online. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.